Hi everyone, welcome to your mat and to your trauma-informed practice. This is a flow class and we'll be moving from supine or reclined postures to kneeling to standing. But as always, make choices with your body that serve you moment to moment. So even if I'm cueing one pose, you can take any pose that allows you to feel grounded, safe, comfortable throughout the practice. This is your body and your practice, so it is always your choice. So if it feels comfortable, starting by lying on our backs, the feet can be on the floor or extended, legs can be extended long. And hand placement is up to you, so the hands can be by your sides. You can place them on your body, anywhere that feels supportive and grounding. You can begin to just close your eyes if that feels safe to do so. And just begin to settle in, taking a scan of your body from the tips of the toes to the top of the head. Maybe wiggling the toes or pointing and flexing your feet if they're extended long. If the feet are planted on the mat, you can just engage the toes, curling the toes, noticing what that feels like. Noticing the base of the spine as it rests against your mat. The shoulders, you can roll out your wrists, open and close the fists, just beginning to bring awareness to the body. You can rock your head from side to side, gentle movement, massaging the neck. And then as you inhale, taking a full breath through the chest and into the belly, can you fill yourself up with air? And then exhale, open the mouth, let the breath out. You can breathe in another way if that feels more comfortable. But if you like inhaling through the nose, into the chest, into the belly, filling up, and then audible, exhale. Noticing the sensation, allowing your body to fill with air. Breathing in through your nose, into the chest, into the belly. And then exhale, releasing the breath. And if it's possible to breathe in and out through the nose for the remainder of our practice, I encourage you to do so. More than a fitness practice, this is a breath practice. And our goal in this time together is to reconnect to our bodies, reconnect to our breath. So reaching the legs up and overhead, extending the arms long, inhaling here, exhale, bring the knees to the chest, the head can come to meet the knees. And then inhaling, extending out. Exhale, hugging the knees to the chest. Maybe the forehead meets the knees. Inhaling, reaching long, extending out. One more time, hugging the knees into the chest on the exhale. Maybe the forehead comes to the knees. And then laying back down, planting the left foot. The right foot can be up. You can have your hands somewhere else if you don't want them extended long. If you need more support by your body, place them by your sides and then just begin to circle the foot. You can point the toes as you circle. Can you ground the hips into the mat? And if your hip pops and it continues to pop, can you make a smaller circle, engaging the core? Engaging what is called the Mula Bandha. And then begin to bicycle the leg. We're just bringing movement to the body, warming up. And then planting the right foot, extending the left foot to the ceiling. So again, engaging through the base of the hips into the mat. And then begin to make circles. I started a bicycle there. Sorry about that. Again, can you engage the core, almost as if someone is pulling up through the belly. And then you can bicycle the leg. And then planting the feet on the mat, cactusing the arms, just rocking the knees from side to side, gentle movement. And then coming to stillness, bringing the right foot on top of the left thigh, pulling for the left thigh, flexing the right foot, pulling the left leg into the chest, just finding a stretch in the right outer hip. And then planting the left foot, planting the right foot, bringing the left foot on top of the right thigh, pulling for the right thigh, flexing the left foot, protects the knee. And then bringing the feet down. And you can cactus your arms again. You can rock your knees from side to side if that feels good. And then taking a moment to pause, maybe placing your hands on your belly and just setting an intention for your practice. That could be a mantra. Maybe anything that helps support you throughout our practice. And then coming onto your side to come to seated. Any seated posture is fine. You can just cross your legs. And then from here, we're gonna reach our arms up and overhead, and you can wrap the right arm under the left, or if that's not accessible, just press the forearms together. So bringing the right arm under the left, if that's available to you. Pushing the forearms away from the body, you'll find a stretch through your traps, through your shoulders. You can find a back bend, and then come in on the exhale. Just a gentle back bend. Inhaling, coming up, reaching the forearms away from the body. And coming back to center, unwinding the arms. This time the left arm is going to come under the right, or you can just continue to press your forearms together. So can you push the forearms away from the body, finding a stretch in the shoulders and the traps, or wherever you notice the stretch. You can find a back bend here on the inhale. And then exhale, coming back in, crunching in. Inhale, reaching up if that feels good. You can remain in stillness if that feels better. Then unwinding the arms, reaching the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. From here, placing the left hand on the right knee, reaching the right arm behind you, just finding a gentle twist. And then coming back to center, right hand to left knee, reaching the left arm behind you, finding a twist. And coming back to center, maybe finding gentle circles with your neck. Not forcing anything, especially with our cervical spine. We want to be gentle with our movement. Move in opposite directions. You can just look from side to side. Bring one ear to the shoulder, and then the other ear. And then coming to center, reaching the right hand down, reaching the left arm up and overhead, finding a side body stretch. Coming back to center, we're just gonna switch sides, reaching to the left. Back to center, left arm comes up and over. Move at your own pace with your own breath. And then coming back to center, bringing the legs out in front of you, bending the knees. Your hands can be placed by you for support. We're gonna dig the heels into the ground, and just lift one foot at a time. So we're working into the hip mobility. You can have your legs further out or closer together or further from your body. So just notice where you feel stretched, but you feel stable, and just moving from side to side. Doesn't matter how many reps. And then bringing the feet out long in front of you. And then from here, just lifting one leg at a time. So similar movement, but the legs can be long. You can keep them bent if that feels better. Try to avoid leaning back. Can you come up, even if you have to use the hands, and come up less? And then from here, bringing the feet together. Just rocking back and forth, bringing some mobility, maybe shaking out the legs in front of you if that feels better. And then I'm going to turn to the side to show you. So bringing the fingers to point away from the body. We're going to come into a camel pose from here. So reaching the chest forward, but we're seated. And then coming back down. So the hands can be further back or closer to the body. Like camel pose, reaching the chest to the sky and then coming back down. And one more time. And then coming back down. Coming to all fours, shoulders over wrists, knees over under hips. Just finding cat and cow. So as the tailbone rises, the head rises. As you exhale, tucking the chin, rounding the spine, finding cat pose. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. And then coming back to neutral, extending the left leg behind you. You can keep the toes on the ground. You just be here. You can play with your balance, or you can lift the left leg and reach the right arm forward. And then exhale, crunch the knee to the elbow. And then come back out 2 more times, crunching knee to elbow. And then extending long 1 more time. And you can just play with toe tapping if that feels better. And then bringing the right hand down, maybe taking a round of cat and cow. And then from here, the right leg is gonna come behind me. I can just play with this here, or I can reach the right leg long and then reach the left arm in front of me. Exhale, bring the knee to the elbow, crunching in, coming back out 2 more times. And then coming back to all fours, taking a round of cat and cow. And then when you're ready, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, coming into downward facing dog so you can pedal out your legs and rock your hips from side to side. Heels don't have to meet the mat, but they might. You can walk the hands further or closer, finding your level of comfort. And when you're ready, walking the hands back to the feet and then bending deeply into the knees, grabbing opposite elbows or forearms. You can come up to the thighs or just find movement here. You can gently rotate. You want to try a different stretch. You can reach behind the knees. And when you're ready, hands come to the floor. We're going to roll up, head remains heavy, coming all the way up to standing. So from here, we are going to interlace the fingers, excuse me, reach the arms forward. You can bend through the knees and drop the chest. And then come back up. Again, interlace the fingers, press the hands forward, bending the knees, dropping the chest. And coming back up. One more time, interlacing the fingers, pushing through, dropping the chest. And then coming back to center, hands can come by your side. And then just finding some back bending or side bending here. Not forcing anything. We want to be gentle with our low back. And then from here, I'm gonna bring my right hand on top of my left shoulder, and then my left arm is gonna come around the back. It doesn't have to reach all the way around. And then looking to the left, and then back to center, switching sides. Left arm is gonna come on the right shoulder. The right hand can come back behind the hip. I'm gonna look to the right. And then arms come up and overhead, bending to the right. And then back to center, just switching sides. And then hands come by your sides. From here, we're gonna eagle our arms again. So reaching the right arm under the left. And then I can find a back bend. And come back and forth. You can just stay here, stretching out the shoulders. Unwrapping the arms, reaching the arms up and overhead. This time the left arm can come under. Again, you can just press the forearms, pushing the forearms away from the body, or you can find a back bend. Just a gentle back bend, reaching more up than back through the heart, through the chest. And then unwrapping the arms, reaching them up and overhead, coming into mountain pose, hands come to heart center. So your feet can be hip width distance, or your toes can come together. Just find your footing. There's not a wrong or right way to stand, but we want our feet planted firmly into the mat. And then engaging through the feet, engaging through the calves and the quads. And then the base of the hips are gonna support the spine, and we're gonna move the shoulders away from the ears. So as if someone had a wall behind me, but they were pulling from my head, can I find elongation through the spine? And then from here, we're gonna come into chair pose. So same options with your feet. We're just gonna bend back, coming into chair. Exhale, coming back out. 2 more times. 1 more time, coming back into chair. Hands come to heart center. Stepping the right foot back, coming into crescent lunge. And then from here, you can stay, or you can wrap the right arm under the left. And again, you can reach up, coming back down. And then unwrapping the arms, turning the right heel down. So we have heel to arch alignment, but you can spread your legs further apart if you need that in your hips, coming into warrior 1. And then from here, we're gonna find a back bend, cactusing through the arms, lifting the chest, coming back into warrior 1. Again, reaching through the chest, finding the back bend, then back to warrior 1. 1 more time. And then from here, straightening the left leg, we're gonna come into pyramid pose. So you can just hinge from the hips. You could just come here, you can come all the way down. And then you can bend into the left knee and find standing split. So you could just lift the toes, or you can come all the way up. And then coming back into warrior 1. From here, your hands can come to heart center, they can come to your hips, they can fly behind you, finding warrior 3. And then landing back into warrior 1. Hands come to heart center, coming back into mountain pose. So just taking a breath here, scanning the body, finding engagement in the feet. The legs are supporting the hips, shoulders away from the ears, extending through the crown of the head. And as you inhale, reach up, coming into chair, sitting back into chair, and then exhale, coming back out. So 2 more times, bending into chair. Exhale. Coming back into chair. Hands can come to heart center. This time the left foot is gonna step back. I'm gonna come into crescent lunge. So from here, I can wrap the left arm under the right, I can reach the forearms and find a back bend. And then unraveling the arms, finding crescent lunge, dropping the left heel. So again, my legs can be hip width distance, finding warrior one. And then from here, we can find a back bend, or you can just stay in warrior one. Our knee is tracking over the ankle in the front. Practicing the arms leading with the heart. And then from here, straightening the right leg, I can just bend hinged from the hips and come over the top leg, or I can come all the way down in pyramid pose. And then bending into the right leg, coming into standing splits, just lifting the left leg. Can you point the toes towards the mat? Some people cue with the toes pointed, but to really have the hips facing the mat is a more proper way to train in this pose. So the hips are neutral, and then stepping the foot back, coming into warrior one. And then hands can come to heart center, to your hips. You can fly the arms behind you, coming into warrior three. And then landing back into warrior one. Hands come to heart center, coming into mountain. So from here, we're just gonna practice one more balancing pose, and then we're gonna cool it down. So from here, my right arm can go under my left, eagling my arms, or you can press the forearms, and then you can wrap the right foot over the left, finding eagle. Doesn't have to wrap all the way down. It's almost like you're sitting back into chair. If you can't do that, you can just cross the legs, and then unwrapping, just doing the other side. So the left arm comes under the right, and then the left leg can come over the right here. So you can just cross the leg over and then sit back, or you can double wrap, whatever is available in your body. And then coming back up, and then we're gonna come into a forward fold. Halfway hip lift, hands come to the shin. I mixed up my words there. And then forward fold. Planting the hands, coming back into downward facing dog. And then from here, I'm gonna drop my knees. I'm gonna turn to face you. I'm gonna come into a wide leg here, and I'm gonna bring my left leg into the right. And then you can just reach here, or you can reach the left arm up and over. And coming back, you come in and out, moving dynamically. And then switching sides, left leg comes out, right leg comes to the thigh. You can reach up and over. Or you can just reach. Coming back to center, bringing the knees in. This time the right leg can come over the left. You can hook the elbow out, or you could just hug the knee in. And then find a twist here. And then bringing both legs out, coming to center, bringing the left leg over just to the chest and finding a twist here. Coming back to center, reaching for the toes. You can reach for the feet. And then coming to lie on your back. Bringing the feet, the backs of the heels to the middle of the finger, and then just lifting the hips, coming into bridge pose. Engaging through the thighs, through the glutes, so you're not lifting with the low back. Exhale, coming back down. 2 more times, lifting the hips. And then coming back down. And then 1 more time. Coming back down, hugging the knees into the chest. You can make circles with the knees. You can happy baby, plow pose if it's in your practice, anything that serves you. And when you're ready, releasing everything, coming into your final resting pose, whatever that is for you today. So allowing the body to settle, allowing the mind to settle, maybe closing your eyes, softening your gaze. Maybe as you inhale, you notice your inhale filling the body. And as you exhale, allowing the body to release. Maybe taking this moment to extend gratitude for yourself for just showing up. Taking time for you and your body. You can take your time in Shavasana and close your practice later. When you're ready for gentle movement, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. Maybe rocking your head from side to side. And if you can keep your eyes closed or softly gazed, rolling to one side or just coming into seated. Hands can come to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Head can bow, chin can tuck. I honor the place within you in which the whole universe dwells. I honor the place that is of light and of love and of peace. When you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are one. I bow to each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me in this practice. See you next time.